Yeah, I'm gonna read this. You know, there's something else I found on YouTube which is pretty cool is if you're live streaming, there's a little like Hollywood action icon, and if you click that, it clips the past 5 minutes of your video. It's pretty
Oh, really?
interesting.
That is a good feature.
So it technically creates a new video of 5 minutes. So if you go for
Look, by
5 minutes,
the way, you don't have to edit, but if your videos were 5 minutes each instead of 2 hours, that would be easier to consume
I know.
from an audience.
Money off of these, like, could you technically like train an AI to like just make content for you with your content?
Okay, this is stupid people talking about nothing, wasting time.
This isn't stupid, because I know that they use AI to make fake news stories for like a long time, because you'd always find these like...
Let me help you out there, Danny. Okay, this is called De Somnis. Yeah, sorry, Danny. Like, this is actually like a meditation reading room, and I'm not gonna waste the time listening to Abraham talk about AI, concepts and thoughts. This is De Somnis Vestimenta Horroris. Now then, if in a dream the will be always triumphant, how cometh it that a man may be ridden of the nightmare? And of this the true explanation is that in such a case the will is in danger, having been attacked and wounded or corrupted by the violence of some oppression. Thus the consciousness of the will is directed to the sore spot as in pain, and seeketh comfort in an externalization or shew of that antagonism. And because the will is sacred, such dreams excite an ecstasy of frenzy of horror, fear, or disgust. Thus the true will of Oedipus was toward the bed of Jocasta, but the taboo, strong both by inheritance and by environment, was so attached to that will that his dream concerning his destiny was a dream of fear and of abhorrence, his fulfillment thereof, even in ignorance, a spell to stir up all the subconscious forces of all the people about him, and his realization of the act a madness potent to drive him to self-inflicted blindness and fury-haunted exile. De somnis sequentia. Know firmly, O my son, that the true will cannot err, for it is thine appointed course in heaven, in whose order is perfection. A dream of horror is therefore the most serious of all warnings, for it signifieth that thy will, which is thyself in respect of its motion, is in affliction and danger. Thus thou must instantly seek out the cause of that subconscious conflict and destroy thine enemy utterly by bringing thy conscious vigor as an ally to the true will. If then there be a traitor in that consciousness, how much the more is it necessary for thee to arise and extirpate him before he wholly infect thee with the divided purpose, which is the first breach in that fortress of the soul, whose fall should bring it to the shapeless ruin, whose name is Coronzon. De somnis clavicula. The dream delightful is then a pageant of the fulfillment of the true will, and the nightmare a symbolic battle between it and its assailants in thyself. But there can be only one true will, even as there can be only one proper motion in any body, no matter of how many forces that motion be the resultant. Seek therefore this will, and conjoin with it thy conscious self, for this is that which is written, thou hast no right but to do thy will. Do that, and no other shall say nay. Thou seest, O my son, that all conscious opposition to thy will, whether in ignorance or by obstinacy, or through fear of others, may in the end endanger even thy true self, and bring thy star into disaster. And this is the true key to dreams. See that thou be diligent in its use, and unlock therewith the secret chambers of thine heart.